Welcome back to Ancestral Wisdom TV. Today we are going to talk about one particular thing that people misunderstand about Africa spirituality and tradition. Yes, it is very, very important because we have been misled and a lot of misunderstanding have been going on, and a lot of people are very confused. So stay with me, you will learn a lot and it will change how you think and how you take Africa tradition. Stay with me to the end. Now, first of all, I want you to understand the foundation of Africa, how Africa was built. And I want you to understand that in this life that we are living, the only way that anyone can conquer you is to cut away your spirituality off from you. That person can win you anytime. Now let's dive in. In Africa tradition, people always say that is diabolic, and that is more reason why a lot of people are running away. But in reality, it's not true. Now, as an Africa, though Africa is not our name, but we can talk about that another day. Let's use the similar name that everyone knows, and you can flow with the name. In Africa, there is no rules or regulation that was written in anywhere to worship ancestors, to worship anything. No. That word worship was misled. That is a very wrong interpretation. The only thing that we do is to honor that particular thing. Honoring your ancestors is paying respect to them. They are your loved one. You are part of them. You are not worshiping them. You are honoring them as a respect. You are not worshiping Mother Earth. You are honoring her as a mother, because the sun is a feminine energy. You are not worshiping the river goddess. No, you are honoring those things because they are nature, they are creature. Just the same way they create you, the same way they create them. They are nature. And we are part of them. Because every living thing have water. As a human being, you have your own water. Your body is sun. The sun, the moon, everything will make our body look good. You are part of all these things. Now, there is no way or anywhere that anyone can come up and say, you must be doing this. This Africa tradition, this is how it has been for beginning of life. Africa tradition, when they said Africa tradition, just like the way maybe you go to Europe, they have their own way of worshiping God. When you go to America, they have their own way of worshiping God. When you go to any country, they have their own way of worshiping God. That is the same way Africa do here. Just the same way they do white wedding, then they do traditional wedding. Their own traditional way is white wedding. You must put on white. Then here in Africa, we put on our native shirt or anyone as a tradition. That is, it's just a different name and different misunderstanding. In Africa, as a black person, tradition, spirituality is part of you. There is no way you have to maybe travel to somewhere or somebody will come and tell you that, no, you don't have to do it like this, you have to do it this way. Except when you want to explore in a spirituality, maybe you become a chief priest. And when it comes down to that, each state have their own way of doing their own spiritual tradition. They have their own way. Each country have their own way, but they are all doing the same thing. Now, along the line, somebody come from nowhere and tell you that, no, what you are doing is wrong. You should do the one that I'm doing. My own is the best. That is where the problem starts. And that is where they misinterpret everything. Honoring your ancestors is not diabolic. Calling your ancestor name is not diabolic. The only thing is that whenever you want to explore into spirituality, you have to connect to your driver or any transport that will take you there, that knows the road very well, more than you. There is nothing like diabolic. You know your father, I know my father. You know your mother, I know my mother. Then all of a sudden, then my mother and my father that I know become evil. Can you explain that to me? Then, whenever you are praying, you are calling saint name that you know. And when I'm praying, I'm calling the name of my ancestor, and my own become diabolic, your own become good one. Don't you think that something's wrong? Now, you are receiving the blood of Christ and the flesh of Christ. Then I'm eating my chicken, and you say it's diabolic. See, we need to understand all these things. We are not worshiping anything. In Africa, we always know that there is higher being, the creator. We respect that very well. We don't play with that. That is more reason why before any prayer, you will call that creator with your own native name. That is okay for you with your prayer. Your spirit guide, that is your guardian angel. Now, this is where people get it wrong. A lot of people think that being a black person and doing African tradition, you are a devil. You are serving the devil. Or maybe you are a chief priest. Maybe you are directing people how to explore in spirituality. Then you become the first son of the devil. They did not believe that calling can come from anywhere at all. They always believe that maybe a calling can only come from the Christianity. That is very wrong. Because before Christianity come, people have been living life. People have been treating any type of disease, any type of sickness with herb and everything. And everybody was fine. Let me tell you something. As an African, when it comes to tradition, African tradition, it is you knowing yourself, doing things that you're supposed to be doing. You are not practicing anything because this is part of you. African tradition is no religion. You are not competing with anybody. You are not doing this for you to get this, because people think that being a tradition person is all about ritual and wealth, and that is more reason why a lot of people get it wrong. This is something that you need to do. It just be like maybe you asking somebody to pay you for you to answer your name. I don't know if you understand me. This is your name. Your name is normal. Anyone can call you this name and you can answer with your free mind. That is how it is. But people always have this mindset of someone have to pay me for me to answer my name, or for them to call me my name, they have to pay me. And whenever you have that mindset, you will be stuck, because you will be doing different thing out of the real thing that you need to be doing. That is how it is. You need to clear your mind. You are not doing it for anybody. Nobody is forcing you to do it. This is something that you need to do. When you want to explore in a spiritual side of Africa tradition, then that is when you become a chosen one. This awakening that we are talking about is just started from recent because of the colonizing master misinterpreting, because this word awakening is when some Africa is trying to get themselves back because of the lie they have told us, they mislead, every misinterpret. When you have already come back to yourself, when you know yourself, you become awakening. You have realized the reality of life. That is when you will now know the path that you will explore in the spirituality. Don't depend on social media in the spirituality to make research. That will mislead you a lot. You need to be cautious with yourself so that you will not make mistakes, because when you step out to that road of spirituality, you must get something. Yes, you will not come back with empty-handed. The question is, what do you get from there as you are coming? And that is where people stop, because you will go there, you will get something negative out of things that you need to do as a real person, and you will be doing another different thing. And that is more reason a lot of people will come today, they will tell you there will be this, tomorrow they will say there will be this, and they will be confused. So you need to understand the path that you belong and things that you are doing. Africa, they are not worshiping any particular thing as God. Africa respect women. In African tradition, they respect women more than man, because feminine energy play a lot of role in African tradition. Even in our own tradition, when it comes to different state, different country, when you are a real traditional person, you will understand what I'm saying. We respect women, we respect children, we respect those that have been here before us. That is that meaning of honoring your ancestors. Is a part of respect. And let me tell you something. You know, they always say that lay the dead, bury the dead, and lay the, however they say it, and let the live with the people, or whatever, how they say it. Let me tell you something. Your loved one that you love, that you know that this person did not buy in the normal time, they need you most, even when they have already buy. Yes, they need you. So sometimes don't be ignorant of that. Always make research, because a lot of them are stuck. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of them are stuck. They always need your help for them to get to the final destination. Everything I'm telling you here, I'm not trying to confuse you to do anything. I'm just trying to review the things that you need to understand. And Jesus Christ that we are seeing every day, saying His name every day, going to church, I want you to know that Jesus Christ grows spirituality in Africa. When he's having problem, his mother took Jesus Christ to Africa. He spent 10 years. He grew in spirituality in Africa. You can make your research. So always know whatever you are doing. The reason why this propaganda of diabolic, doing wrong thing, is to cut you out of your real self. Because anyone that cut you out of your real self can control you. Because spirituality controls the physical. So you need to come back to yourself. You need to understand who you are. You need to understand that you, as a human being, have God inside you. God is inside you. You don't have to look for God outside you. You don't have to go to one place for you to seek God intervention. No. It is always right there inside you. But you are running away from yourself. You don't have to fight for everything. You don't have to chase things for you to get something. No, you have to attract. We are attract. You don't chase. Because when you are chasing things, things will be running away. Those things is real thing that everyone's supposed to be doing here in Africa, but because of the mislead, everyone is confused. But whenever you sit yourself down and understand the reality of life, you will know that the reason why this propaganda have already been going on for a very long time is for them to cut you away from your real self. So you need to come back to yourself, my brother, my sister. Yes, you need to come back to yourself. Africa tradition is not diabolic. And for those new people that is planning to maybe become a traditional person, or it's not much that you become a chief priest or a native doctor. No, as a normal person, you can be spiritual without practicing that particular thing. Yes, it is only the chosen one that you know that you are really the chosen one and you have the call, not when you call yourself. Just the same way in church, they have pastors and members of the church. The same way when it comes to tradition, they have chief priests and other people that is doing their own thing. But whenever you want to go deeper, then you meet the higher people, stuff like that. I'm just giving you example. The people that you call every time that you are praying, that is people ancestors. So you need to understand all these things, my brothers, my sister. You need to connect to yourself. You need to realize things that they have been telling you for a very long time is a very big lie, because the reason why all this propaganda is to cut you away from your real self, for them to control you. Because if it is the way they really said it, so why are they still in Africa? Why are they doing everything to take away things that you have away from you? They are doing every single thing every day to make sure that they took everything away. But they said everything that you are doing is diabolic. Why? The only way for them to achieve that is for them to impose your spirituality in a negative side and replace it with another different thing that you will be confused, and before you realize things, everything is gone. Just the same way they play the game every time. So my brother, my sister, you need to come back to yourself. Thank you very much for watching. May God bless you. If you have heard any word or any interpretation or anything that you misunderstand in African tradition, you are free to ask at the comment section. We can talk about it. You are always free to ask any question. I'm here to guide you, to lead you to the right path. Thank you very much. If you like the video, if you like the teaching, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification, so that whenever Ancestral Africa Tradition video come up, then you will have the notification. Thank you for watching. God bless you.